Hello, 7th grade middle school boys. Welcome back. It is the second day since winter break ended, and we're going to resume our Tefillah Tuesdays and our Midos Mondays. Yesterday, there were a lot of people still traveling or figuring things out, so we didn't put the Monday up yesterday. It'll probably be up tomorrow, but we'll try to keep it around 5-6 minutes. The video today is going to be about Tefillah Tuesday. So we're continuing in the series of the Halalukas. We've done 2 of them already. This is going to be Halaluka number 3. Halaluka number 3 has the word hallelu about 10 times in this Halaluka. It's referring to the praises that we sing to Hashem. We're following the same theme here. You know, Pesukei de Zimra is like a mountain. You're climbing it up to get to the peak. The peak is Shemona Esrei. Pesukei de Zimra is that initial ascent to the peak of the mountain. And it's required to say these things in order so that we can first beseech Hashem and compliment Hashem and remind us on ourselves and HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we love Him and that we appreciate everything that He does for us. And then during Shemona Esrei, when we get to Shema Kolenu, we ask for essentially whatever we want. You can pray for, to do well in tests to make sure that your grades are maintaining a high level of success, that your favorite sports team should win or the Y&J team should win tonight or whatever it is. And so this Halaluka is going to be the middle of the 5. Now, there's a very special thing about being in the middle, and this Halaluka has a lot of power. The way I know that is because there's actually a Shulchan Aruch, there's actually a halacha, that if somebody were to come late to shul, obviously nobody in our class, this doesn't apply to anybody or any of our families, but if anyone were to chas v'shalom come late to davening, and they found themselves that the shul is up to Yishtabach or whatever, finishing the end of Pesukei de Zimra, there's actually the halacha states that a person should say certain things and skip certain things. So the Shulchan Aruch writes a person should say Baruch Shalmar, Ashrei, and then to say this Halaluka particular, number 3, is the one that you would say the most important if you don't have the time at all. This is the Halaluka that you should say of all of them. If you have the time to say one of them, you should choose number 3. This Halaluka has the word halus written 10 times to remind us there are at least 10, things that we thank Hashem for, and we remind ourselves of His wondrous creations. There's another halacha based on Sefer Daniel, who was a Navi, that he davened near a window, and the window happened to be facing Yerushalayim. And we learn from there that it's actually a very nice practice, and actually becomes halacha, according to some, that a person should daven by a window, or shul should have windows. Now, Y&J has windows in the doors, but we have a shul inside a school, so it's a little bit different. But our shuls, our buildings at our shuls, a lot of the times will have windows, and they're usually around the Aron Kodesh. Now, the reason why that would be is because usually the Aron Kodesh is what, you're probably thinking at home, is facing Mizrach, is facing Eretz Yisrael. So now it makes sense that if you ever walk into a shul and you see that there's an Aron Kodesh and that it's facing Mizrach, and that there's windows near the Aron Kodesh on that side, usually going around it. I know the Young of Woodmere, where I grew up, has these massive stained glass windows, and they go all the way around the Aron Kodesh. So the reason we have those, and I didn't think of this until I saw this with Rabbi Bernstein in the Tefillah Tuesday packets, that they're there to remind us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we are supposed to look out to the world. And when we think of davening to Yerushalayim, we think of looking outside and seeing Hashem's creations. We think about all the beautiful things that He provides for us. These windows show us a little bit of like a reminder that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is out there, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. It'll make an impression on our tefillos, because we know, and the main thing about tefillah is a person needs to be in the right mindset. A person needs to be thinking about tefillah. But if we're just saying the words and we're not really thinking about it, so the tefillah doesn't have as much power. Also, won't have as much meaning to you, and you won't appreciate the tefillah as much. And perhaps a person will have a hard time with tefillah if we're not in the right mindset. And so a lot of davening comes from being in the right place mentally. And a lot of the things we do is to put us in that zone. Whether it's kissing the tefillin, shel rosh, shel yad, throughout davening, or making sure we're wearing the tefillin during davening, saying Shema, we cover our eyes, bowing down during modim, during different brachos in Shemona Esrei, Aleinu, we have a bow. There are things that throughout davening try to have a stir in us. The reminder, we're doing something physically, I need to remind myself, like, I'm doing something important, I'm doing something meaningful. When the Torah is brought out of the Aron Kodesh, we all stand up. When the Torah is being brought to the Bima, we all stand up. We greet the Torah, we go to the Torah, we kiss the Torah. These things that are physical, that are there to remind us to be in the right mindset, to put us back in the zone of, I need a daven, I need kavanah now. And so this Halaluka, with the 10 words of Hallelu, these 10 praises of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu's wonders of the world, are there to remind us that we love Him and that beseech Him for all of the things that we need. So maybe tomorrow, when we say Hallelujah, the third one, we'll have in mind these particular messages, and it'll help inspire our davening, and that whatever we should ask from Hashem should come true.